Hey guys, it's November 17th. This is Kyle, aka Vulcan Wolverine. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. And I just wanted to do a video kind of checking in and also getting some vehicular stalking evidence. I just put a video out, while I was walking. I got my tire fixed. So I'm going to drive around and get some vehicular stalking evidence and also just kind of give y'all an update of what's going on with me. What I'm trying to do is collect evidence. I think that's a good idea for all of us. And so I was getting the vehicular stalking that I got while I was walking, and I connect my phone to my computer, and then my computer can get everything on my phone but the videos that I'm making. So my attackers somehow, hacked into my computer and stopped me from being able to upload the evidence from my phone. I'm gonna just try and find better ways to collect evidence. I'll try, putting this up. I'm sure I'll have vehicular stalking because, I would really describe my stalking now because it escalates every day. On the V2K I hear nobody cares anymore. Nobody cares about him. See, nobody's doing anything about it. So every day that this goes on, my attackers, the people who are murdering me, they just get more bold and confident, that they can do whatever they want to do. And they trick people around them. I'm pretty sure that the guy above me is helping them. I'm like 100% sure, because the signal is pretty strong. They lie to those people, and I think they even train them to murder, with this program. I'm listening to Dave's CD. It does really help. My attackers have kind of, I was hoping that, my theory was that it would unentrain me from everything, and that, they would lose targeting, and I think that some people might get that, but I think that the attackers work with redundant systems. Like, they do work with, remote radar targeting on us, and that's like the high-pitched sound. So there's a GPS, biofeedback loop, and there's a one light black truck right there. There's a GPS signal, I think, in that entrainment, but I think also some of us, and I'm pretty sure I'm one of those. I'm pretty sure that I do have an implant on the left side of my face or head, either in my ear or in my nasal cavity. So I've been doing a lot of magnet therapy, and the magnet therapy decreases a lot of that pain. It seems to not have a beam going to the face, but just seems to be pain, coming from that area. And also I think it makes the signal stronger for any kind of remote neural manipulation, like visuals or synthetic telepathy and stuff like that. So I'm trying to, weaken whatever implants I have, while listening to the CD, and it really does help. Also I have the QA personal defenders. I have, 12. I had to send one back, so they have been hitting me with the microwave a little bit more. Last night I felt it, on the side of my head and my genitals. But usually it's pretty toned down because I have 12 QA personal defenders. But I did have to send one back. They're always breaking. They'll work for a while, and then they won't be able to charge. So my theory is, I work with the customer care at Q-Wave, and I'm pretty sure they're not doing it. So I think that my attackers can hit my personal defenders enough. And there's a one light car. I didn't really get it on tape. I think they can hit the QA defenders and bust the charger, so that it'll have power. But then when I try and go to charge it, it's messed up and won't charge, because it's happened I think 6 times. They really don't like those things, because it stops a lot of the microwave. Like, if they're hitting me with beams, I won't feel that, because it puts a field around me, and I won't feel the beams, like the heat to the genitals or the chest or the head. So I think they really try and break those and kind of mess with those. But I have the problem with that is there's no easy fix for this. There's no cheap fix right now, and I have 12, and you get them on sale, and there are sales they're like $40 off, so it's like $250 for each of them, and I bought them over time. There's no cheap and easy fix, but people are working on defenses right now. It's getting past old. It's getting past old for me. Where I know I know people talk about it being completely automated torture. Mine is people who sit at a station. They use voice modification. They roll the V2K dialogue. But there are probably about 2 to 3 people, and they work in shifts on a remote station on me. The guy has just gotten, he's ex-Army and he's a Mason, so he's been able to, get people to help. And on the V2K, it's just become much more vicious. The guy says he's getting tired. My main organizer, he says he's getting tired. They'll also use military terms like torch him and stuff like that. But the main thing is he's getting tired, so they're getting more vicious. And what they'll do is they've started to kind of embed. If you are listening to Dave's CD, try and start it on different tracks and switch it up, because somebody the other night on a call was saying, they can record the CD and then basically put in sounds while you're listening to it that are kind of like V2K, and they've done that to me. It's helped with a lot of the remote neural manipulation, and I don't think they can target me as well and get things together as well, but the V2K is still there. It's actually worse when I listen to the CD, but that's not because the microwave signal is strengthening it or the CD strengthening it. It's because they're either going through the headphones or the sounds. Now when I take off the CD, my V2K is a lot less, and I can barely hear it. And then the CD has really good effects, for unentraining. So a lot of the remote neural manipulation stuff is affected. So it's just my V2K didn't go away with it, but a lot of other things were helped. So if you do need that CD, please get in touch with me. I've been sending them out. It really does help. Everybody that I've talked to and sent it out to said that it's really helped them in a lot of ways. And we're just trying to get it to everybody we can, and then come up with better defenses for things that it doesn't fix. And my attackers they've kind of adapted to it. When I'm not listening to it, they quickly try and entrain me again, like with the high-pitched sound. They'll kind of get it back in, but I think they're using other frequencies that aren't really the high-pitched sound anymore. They kind of switch tactics a little bit, but the CD really screws them up. And then I'm using magnet therapy and then the personal defenders. But since I can still hear the V2K, and they can give me a little bit of pain, it just goes on and on and on, and they are trying to kind of lean on the V2K, and they'll do stuff like this. One lady, I think it's the evil lady, or at least her voice, she'll go paranoid, and then another one, and a lot of these are looped. There's one that it's a guy who goes, "You've lost it, bud. You're losing it, bud. You're losing it, bud." And it doesn't sound like Lynn's voice. It sounds like actually not my main organizer's voice. It sounds like another guy. So they're using some other voices to do some stuff. It's really excruciating because, even as I say this, I know that still some people out there will be like, this guy needs to take his meds or whatever. And it's not true. This is directed energy weapon. It's been used on me for, way over 7 years. 7 years is when I became aware that I was being attacked by something. But I'm pretty sure that even before that in college, I was having problems with this. Where they were, messing with implants that I had got put in, during stuff with my Crohn's disease or dental appointments. It's terror. It's terror, and it's horror. And these people have taken it as their job, and there's a governmental vehicle right there. These people have taken it as their job, and every day they get more comfortable. Every day these people get more comfortable, they automate more, and they get more comfortable with torturing me and hurting my family. So I just want to, really ask for help from anybody in power, any authority figures. Please be aware of this. This is happening. I'm very, very hopeful that since we have a Republican administration now, basically, that we can maybe push some of this back. But it's still gruesome. Like, I mean, even though I have a lot of defenses, and it does help, and I do realize, and I'm thankful. I thank God. I didn't pray at the beginning of this. I'll say a prayer at the end. But I do thank God, because I know it could be worse. I know that it could just not be something that goes on and is really annoying and hurts me. It could be very, very, it is still deadly, because they are shooting non-ionizing radiation at me, but it could be worse. It's been worse before when I lived in that house. So I do thank God that it's not, that it's not too bad, but it is really bad. I mean, they'll hit me in the eyes and make me really dizzy, or in the head, and give me vertigo in the jaw. We were talking about a lot of places that they hit us, and I get on the conference calls and I talk to many, many women who, are tortured and electronically raped 24 hours a day. So it's excruciating, and it's very real. The remote neural manipulation stuff has to be the worst. Has to be the worst rape of a human being that's ever been thought of and carried out in human history. The things that they do to my mind with like my inner voice, or not my inner voice, they'll inject their inner voice and do things and put triggers and do a lot of visuals, like almost like, so I have to fight to think my own thoughts. And as it goes on further, as they torture me more, and they get that signal powered up, that becomes harder and harder to shake, and it becomes easier for them to do stuff to the mind, to the human mind. It's horrible torture. It is horrible torture. I find, people tell me, they're like, you seem so put together on the videos. I really do. I'm thinking about that now. I don't feel like I'm talking. Last night I was yelling at the V2K, and they were really hurting me, and I'm gonna bear it, because we have to just go on anyway. But this is unbearable. Like, it's unbearable, and it's like voices all the time of people. They're saying that, like, I'm a bad guy and nobody cares about me, while they're, like, mutilating my genitals. Like, I mean, shooting them with microwaves, shooting me in the chest. I guess they're not mutilating. I mean, I say mutilate because it hurts. They're just shooting me with microwaves in the genitals, and especially in the head. They go for my head a lot because, I do speak out about this. Which is one thing, I do want to say that I have an idea that we need to do again. There was a bioethics committee in 2012 that heard about, 400 targeted individuals' testimonies and got evidence from them. And it was during Obama's administration. It was a senator, and I don't remember her name. It was a couple of senators, I think like 3 or 4, who listened to people's accounts and got their evidence. Then they went back to Obama and told Obama that there was no need for an investigation, and did not invite targeted individuals back to the next bioethics committee. I think it's time now for us to try and get another bioethics committee with the new administration. I'm going to be pushing for this and trying to get people who know how to do that. But I want anybody who would know the path to getting that done to comment, or please contact me at vulcanwolverine@gmail.com. This is it's unbearable torture, and I've talked to a lot of women and men who feel the same way as me. It's like they can't do this another year or two. We want to wrap this up and get this technology out, make people aware of it. We've got people aware, people should know by now that that was a one light car. You always see them